Hello everyone, welcome back to more Let's Glitch Super Mario World. So, Force of Illusion 4, oh wait, actually, before I forget, right at the beginning of this level there's a Lakitu that comes on screen. But if you look carefully on this frame, on the left side of the screen, just under like Mario's lives or whatever, you can see a little smiley face. And that's because like the smiley face is supposed to be on the Lakitu cloud, of course, but when he's on the edge of the screen, it like wraps around to the other side of the screen. So you can see it kind of moving there, and then it appears on the correct side after that. It's kind of funny. Lakitu, okay. I think this is the first time I've encountered Lakitu in this series, or at least a Cloud Lakitu. And this guy's trying to get me a 1-up, but it's a trap. It's not a real 1-up. Well, it doesn't act like a real 1-up, but it still gives you an extra life, but it has some different properties, like you can't eat it with Yoshi. And it's got like a weird hitbox. Like, you can see I'm touching it right now, but I haven't actually collected it. And he doesn't actually collect it until he passes like below it. And that's, I guess, because they didn't program the collision box for it correctly, so it doesn't quite match up to where the graphics are, or whatever. So its hitbox is like slightly below it. And now that I grabbed the 1-up, he's gonna start throwing spinies, which is annoying, but I want his cloud if I can get it. Alright. Oh, please, how did that miss? Okay. Oh my god, there's spinies everywhere. I keep missing, just like barely. He didn't even throw a spiny there, I guess because of the sprite limit. There we go. Alright. Now, I can steal his cloud. Wait, Yoshi looks kind of funny when he's in the cloud. Like, you can see his feet through the bottom, and he's still doing like his walking animation, which is kind of silly. I guess that kind of makes sense, because it's like he's kicking the cloud forward to like push it forward. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, after a certain amount of time the cloud disappears, and then Lakitu will respawn in his cloud again with his spinies and stuff. And there he is, yeah. Oh, and he's already not throwing spinies again because there's too many sprites. That's funny. So yeah, you can see periodically he's kind of throwing his hands up in the air as if he was going to throw a spiny. There's actually a way you can manipulate that. Okay, well, how do I explain this? First of all, I can just do this because this is easy enough. So 7E0013 frame counter. Let's just do hexadecimal. It doesn't really matter. You can get the idea anyway. So let's minimize this, I guess. So there's now a frame counter on the screen. So as you can see, this frame counter ticks up every frame. It counts in hexadecimal because that's what I set it to, but it still counts up every frame until it reaches 255, which is FF in hexadecimal, and then it loops back around to 0 and counts up again. Basically, the point of this frame counter is for the game to, you know, keep track of how many frames have passed after a certain thing or whatever. You know, like there's various applications for the frame counter, and there's actually 2 frame counters in the game. One for every frame that the game is like processing, the game is being processed or whatever. But there's another one that's that freezes whenever you like pause the game or scroll the screen or collect a power up and stuff like that, because it needs to like freeze the enemies on screen and stuff. So for some stuff they use one timer, and for some stuff they use the other timer, or the other frame counter, that is. So this frame counter does not freeze when you pause the game, as you can see. I just paused the game and it's still going. Or when you scroll the screen. And interestingly, for some reason, Lakitu uses this frame counter instead of the other one. So he actually throws his arms up in the air every like 128 frames, basically. Whenever the frame counter reaches... wait. Okay. So the frame counter is at... Okay, when the frame counter hits 80, he's going to throw his hands up in the air. Well, 80, which in hexadecimal is 128, I think. So right here, he like throws his arms up in the air. That's when he would have thrown a spiny. The only reason he didn't is because of the sprite limit. There's too many sprites on screen. And then again, he throws spiny again. Whoops. When it reaches FF. He sticks his arms up in the air again. So basically, yeah, he uses that frame counter. And the interesting thing about that is because the frame counter doesn't freeze when you pause the game, you can actually manipulate when he throws spinies by pausing and unpausing the game. So, for example, I could prevent him from throwing any spinies if I wanted to by pausing right here. And then I'm going to unpause right after it reaches 8-0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. And then pause again. There we go. And then pause again. There we go. And then pause again. Okay, well, you get the idea. He threw a spiny there, but he would have gone off screen anyway because there's a sprite on this screen that causes him to leave. So you didn't really get to see much of it, but you kind of get the idea. You can manipulate his throw timer that way. And it doesn't have, you don't have to pause the game. You can also scroll the screen and stuff, because I don't think he can throw spinies while the screen is scrolling either. So it's kind of silly. Anyway, and oh, there's another Lakitu here. Also, another thing is when he has his arms up in the air, he's sort of, wait, well, I didn't show that very well. Let me wait for a better frame here. Oh my god, wait. Please. Wait. This is hard. Well, it's not supposed to be, but I'm having... Oh my god, his accuracy. I can't... He always throws spinies where he knows I'm gonna go, and he's so good at, like, predicting that. Okay, here we go. So see how the shell just, like, totally passed right over the Lakitu? I'm gonna fall in this pit, by the way. Okay, well, now he got hit. But basically, when his arms are up in the air, and he's, like, throwing a spiny, it disables his hitbox for some reason, or something, so you can't actually, like, kill him during those frames, at least with an item. I don't know why. Anyway, I'm actually gonna grab the secret exit before I run out of time. Quick! Okay. Oh my god, get the cloud. Or don't get the cloud. You don't need the cloud to get up here, but... Oh my god, get in the pipe. This is scary. I should have enough time. There we go. So, I grabbed the secret exit now. I guess... I'm actually gonna go back... I'm actually gonna go back and grab an orb from Chocolate Island 1 since it's nearby. But the frame counter is still on screen. Let me get rid of that. Whoops, wait, what? No, don't save changes. Hello? It's still there. Oh my god, die, please. Okay, wait, why is it still there? It's not, nothing is saved here. What? Oh, it's gone. Okay, that was weird. Anyway. Where was I going with this? So, I'm gonna drop this power-up. I'm gonna grab this mushroom. I'm gonna drop this mushroom. And then I'm gonna grab... Whoops. I need to keep my... Wait, do I need to keep my feather? Yeah, kind of. I don't have to keep my feather, per se. I just have to keep another power-up. Oh my god. This is... I'm cornered. I don't know what to do. Alright. Oh my god, really? How did that happen? Okay, here we go. So I'm just gonna go grab a Yoshi and do the orb glitch real quick on the clapping chuck on this level, because I need an orb. I don't know why I threw the springboard away. That was silly. So the Yoshi is way over here, which is kind of inconvenient. And then... There we go. Okay, sorry I'm not talking much, I'm kinda just concentrating. There's not really much to say here. Okay, now... Let me... Wait. Is there still a... Yeah, okay, I want to make sure the sprite slots are good, so let me throw this thing off the level, respawn it, okay, and now should be... I want to stand, I guess, right about here, and then do... Oh my god, how did that not work? Please. What? That didn't work? I thought I was surely close enough. Okay. Wait. Here? It still didn't eat him? Oh my god, how close do I have to be? I swear. That's surprising to me that that's not close enough. What? Okay. Please. This glitch. Okay. No. Okay. Oh my god. What? I jumped too high, somehow. Okay, there we go. I got the orb. Oh my god, that took way longer than I expected. Whatever. Who cares? So I have an orb in my item box now, and now we're gonna go back to, Force of Illusion 4. That was silly. Okay, it's a good thing I kept my Fire Flower, actually, because there's still one more thing I want to show here. I showed how you can steal Lakitu's Cloud, but if you burn him, instead of killing him normally... Let me keep Yoshi. The Cloud is permanent now. And basically, normally when you kill Lakitu, it sets a timer on the Cloud, and when that timer runs out, the Cloud despawns, and then Lakitu respawns. But there's no timer on this Cloud because I fried him instead of killing him normally. So that's a pretty silly oversight. And this Cloud is persistent, it will never despawn, even off the bottom of the screen. So, even if I were to throw this Cloud like in that direction, it would keep going forever, and it would never despawn. Actually, wait, I still need the Cloud. Well, kind of. Hang on. Okay, there's still one more thing I want to show with the Cloud, I guess. So yeah, this Cloud would eventually loop around the level if you just let it go. Same with the Sumo Brothers Lightning, and when you drop a power-up from your item box that's flashing, if you wait long enough. But in this level I can't just screen scroll back and forth forever to get the power-up to fall. Or I mean to get the like lightning to fall like I did with the Sumo Brothers Lightning, because the Cloud doesn't move while the screen is scrolling. So I would have to do the infinite time glitch and then wait around for like 18 minutes, which I'm not going to do, because you get the idea. But it's kind of interesting. Now, okay, one cool thing you can do with Lakitu Clouds, among other things, you can kind of do this with P-Balloons as well. But basically, the developers never intended for you to be able to press left and right at the same time, or any conflicting inputs for that matter, which makes sense because on a controller, obviously you can't really press left and right at the same time because it's like you rock the D-pad in one direction and, you know, it prevents you from pressing them both, I guess. And because of that, the developers didn't, you know, design or program anything around that in case it happens. So basically, if you do press two conflicting inputs at the same time, sometimes you can get glitchy side effects. But if you're not using a controller, or if, okay, on an emulator, you can very easily map the buttons to whatever you want, or map the controls to whatever you want. So whether you're on a keyboard or a controller, you can basically set, you know, left to a button instead of to like a direction, and set right to another button, and then you can very easily press left and right at the same time. But obviously they, like if you're playing on an emulator, it would be very easy to do that on accident, especially if you're on a keyboard or something. So most emulators come with a feature that automatically disables conflicting inputs, so you don't accidentally do some kind of crazy glitch with them. And so, but you can turn off this feature. So if I go here, okay, so see down here where it says allow L plus R / U plus D, that basically means allow left and right at the same time, or up and down at the same time. So I'm going to enable that, but since I'm using a controller, I'm using a joystick, I still can't really do it. So I'm going to map these buttons to, I guess, A and D, so it's going to be my left and right. And what's cool about that is you can... Okay, now if I press left and right at the same time, watch what happens. Whoops. That was bad. Rewind. I pressed the wrong buttons. Okay. That was not supposed to happen. Okay, ignore that. So I press left and right at the same time. And I kind of sway back and forth like this. But also... okay, it's kind of, I'm not showing it very well, but, okay, hang on. This is awkward. I use a joystick for up and down, but keys on my keyboard for left and right. So, you can go through walls with this, actually, kind of. Like, here, wait, let's see if I can... Yeah, see, I just went right through that pipe. Basically, you have so much speed to the right when you do this that you can just kind of phase through walls. It's pretty silly. Yeah, it works with P-balloons too. Basically, when you press left and right at the same time with a P-balloon or a Lakitu cloud, you just shoot to the right really fast. That's what happens. And you can go through walls, and it's a lot faster than moving on the cloud normally. So, yeah. Now I'm going to disable that so that doesn't, and I'm going to switch my controls back. So, give me a sec here. Okay. And turn that off. Okay. And let's just make a save state for no reason. And now I'm going to collect some bonus stars here and go to the bonus game. So finally I get the chance to do something silly in the bonus game that I never got to show before, which is I still have an orb in my item box. Okay, so I'm going to release the orb. It looks like a spike top because the bonus game apparently uses the underground tile set for some reason. I don't know. Obviously there's no like tile set specific sprites in this area, so it doesn't matter too much what tile set they use. But yeah, you can see. Sorry, I'm trying to wall jump here, but I'm basically just talking while I'm doing it. Alright, whatever. So, that's what happens if you collect an orb in the bonus game. Okay, so first of all, what happens, you saw that the bonus game screen appeared again. So basically, as soon as you touch the orb, it doesn't even do like the level ending animation, it just immediately resets the bonus game. But you can only have one of those bonus game roulette tic-tac-toe board sprite things in a level at a time, or not in a level at a time, but in a level period. So once the sprite has spawned, once you reset the room, it won't come back. So you can see that the room is empty now, and I have no way of getting out of here. I'm trapped forever. There's not even a time limit. So it's pretty silly. Obviously I don't want to do... Well, I can start select, but then I won't beat the level, I think. Wait, can I start select? No, I can't start select. This is the bonus game. What am I thinking? So yeah, that's pretty silly. I'm just gonna rewind now. Actually, didn't I make a save state? Never mind. Why would I rewind? Okay, wait. Let me not collect bonus stars. Okay, so that was silly. I still have an orb in my item box. I don't know what to do with that. I don't know. Okay, so that was oh, you know what? I wonder if I should show this. Okay, why not? We'll show it here. Let's go to the Blue Switch Palace, and, I didn't think this through. Okay, it should be fine. Okay, whatever. Can I make this jump? Oh my god. Almost. I need Yoshi. Where did he go? I didn't think this through very well. Okay. Whoops, no! I did the same thing again. Okay. Okay, there we go. Let's grab this orb. And just see what happens. Obviously, I can't interact with this Spiny after I've completed the level, so he just bounces off of me. So, what that does is it completes the level tile, and it still counts as an exit, but I can't re-enter the level now, and I never actually press the switch, which means even though the level is complete, the switch has still not been pressed, which means all the switch blocks are still outlined, and I can't go back into the level anymore because it's been beaten already, so I'm screwed out of the blue switch now. But I still got the exit from it. But I'm not going to do that. So that was just a silly thing I thought I'd show since I have an orb in my item box anyway. Yeah. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye.